I wasn't sure whether or not I was gonna film this video. But then I did. There are actually two reasons for me to film this video. First, it's for me, because the entire year of 2019 and 2020 I actually lived here. Secondly, because I just want to inspire you guys to go on a little solo adventure. Welcome to Edinburgh. First coffee of the day. Hear it? Guys, the weather is amazing. I just spent some hours in the National Museum of Scotland right behind me, the entire building, several floors, and there's all the stuff you guys can watch. I have not filmed it with my camera, but if you want to see what's there, check me out on Instagram because I've posted actually quite a few things while I was in there. Make sure to follow me on there so you can get more stuff of what I'm doing. And right now I'm gonna try to find somewhere where I can get an iced tea because I'm very thirsty. I already checked my calculator for my steps, 8,000 steps already, and I'm only halfway through the day. So now I remember why I was so fit during the times that I was living here. I lost a lot of weight while I was living here. Now I remember why. I'm trying to see if I could find anyone in the water, because sometimes I'll come here no matter what time of the year and people were actually swimming. Because it's spring, I expected to see a few people, but I haven't seen anyone yet. Currently I'm at Portobello Beach. I love the simple things in life, guys. We're having a coffee, having a chill, having this beautiful view. Portobello Beach is close to my former home. So I would come here every now and then to hang out. Depending on the weather, either an ice cream or coffee. Even though the sun is shining, it's pretty hot in town. It's not nice here. It's pretty cold, so I decided to have a hot drink. I was longing for a lemonade, but now that I'm here, don't think so. Earlier, nobody was in the ocean. Now there are. Over there, a few people in wetsuits, which is, okay. But then, there's a group of kids over there that already went in, but they just are playing ball now. There was one more person right in the ocean. It's freezing. I regret not even bringing my gloves. One of my favorite things I like to do when I'm away is visit a graveyard. Away from the noise, away from the people, just having quiet. Actually, I'm not in any graveyard at the moment. I'm at Greyfriars Kirkyard. And this is close to the Elephant House that I'm going to show you now. And it's basically one of the places where J.K. Rowling would wander around during her breaks of writing the book. And some of the names in the books are actually from the stones here at this graveyard. So I think it's pretty cool. I've wandered here quite a lot during my time here. It fascinates me every time. Also, one thing I notice is how many people just wander around the graveyard here. And I know not all of them are tourists like me right now. A lot of them do it during their break from work, just to get their mind off of stuff, because there are really old gravestones. So it's not that you're walking around at a recent graveyard. It's very normal here for people to walk around and relax and chill, and it's weird, but it's pretty normal here. Also, I think it's wild how in the middle of a city center where all this stuff is happening, you hear people building in the background, cars driving by, people talking about work, making phone calls, all around the graveyard, and then here, it's just peace and quiet. I love that. By the way, guys, pretty cool. One of my all-time favorite people on the internet, called Exploring with Josh, actually visited Edinburgh a few months ago. And he was also in the same spot here at this graveyard. And I think it's pretty cool that right here, he was just talking to his friends, talking about some history. So I'm gonna leave the link to his video in the description down below. Give it a watch. And it has a lot of information about the graveyard, so there you go. Look at the amount of people over here, all the way over there. Some tours are being given with all the history about Harry Potter and also about the graveyard. A lot of ghost seeing or ghost sightings as well, so a lot is happening here. So I just did a tour of the Edinburgh Castle. I decided not to film too much, I just wanted to be in the moment. I actually had an online audio library as well. Pretty good recommendation for if you ever come to Edinburgh. For all that time that I lived here, I never did one, so I'm happy that I did one now. On to the next adventure. Ice cream was a success. Cheers! Can I have a cappuccino, please? First coffee of the day. Haven't had one yet. It's 3 p.m. now, so I'm doing good, I think, without caffeine. But yeah, I really needed one now. I'm standing here in front of the Scottish Monument. In case you wanna ever visit, you know where that is. Now, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm planning on going to one of the lakes that I went to during the first lockdown while I was still living here. That's one of the places I definitely want to go to because that was like my happy place during that time. Yeah, so cheers guys. Walking down the Royal Mile now. Another day, another coffee, obviously. Going to an old lake now that I visited during the first lockdown while I was still living here. Heading for a bus now and see you guys in a sec. Ooh, the light. I'm walking down this little alleyway right now. So during the first lockdown, I was still living in Edinburgh, and since we weren't really able to see anyone, hang out, do anything, the only place that I could imagine just leaving my house for was for a walk. And the walk I did at this pond. So many memories, look! This house, it seems abandoned now. The urban explorer in me is wanting to go in, but that was not abandoned last time. So this street is also the street that I would take whenever I came back from town, which is all the way in the back. I would take a cab and it would literally go around here and bring me home because my old home is right behind it. And there were always all these swans and other animals that didn't really mind you being there. They literally would sit next to me sometimes. I'm just gonna do that right now. I'm just not sure if the birds allow me this time and I don't want to have any fights. Hi guys. Sitting right here. Just chilling next to the birds. Oh my god, this brings back so many memories. I literally would have my headphones in, listen to some motivational podcast, sit here in the sun, chilling. That's the only thing I could do, really. Sometimes the swans, just like my little friend over here, they just wanted to get up on here, so they would just literally walk past me, not giving a dang about me being here. So peaceful. I'm so happy right now. Hello friends, are you guys coming back now? They're used to having people around. As long as I stay out of their way, it's fine. So, sleeping situation. I am staying at a hostel called Kick-Ass Grass Market. There are actually 2 of them at the Grass Market area, and basically I opted for the choice of a sleeping pod. I'm not necessarily a fan of a hostel, but it's cheap. And I opted for the sleeping pod situation because it's literally your own little space. So it's your own little cubicle with a little curtain in front of it, with little lights in it. You have your own little area basically, so you can just relax. You don't have to hang out with anyone because normally when I'm in a hostel it feels like you have to talk to everybody that's in the room. And if I decide to just sit there with my headphones on, watching a movie on my laptop, I don't have to feel like people are watching me and whatever. So I love it. Bathrooms are very colorful. I like that. They're really small but manageable for the times that I'm here. I'm out all day. Like I'm hanging out with people, I'm hanging out seeing the town, so I only need to be there to sleep and to freshen up, and that's fine. I can definitely recommend it to try it at least. I actually took a few feathers that I put in my pocket. Swan feathers. Just gonna bring those feathers home. A little reminder to stay calm and that life is beautiful and I shouldn't worry about the things that are not that important. Because yeah, as soon as you get home, you're in this rut of like, a lot is going on in life and you have to do all these things. You have to worry about a lot of things. And I'm like, no, I don't. So, yeah. Can you tell by the smile on my face how excited I am about all this? Look where I am right now. So I just gave this a whiff. and they smell beautiful. It's such a nice smell. It's like a little bit vanilla-like. Oh, that's so good. I can't explain. It's so like sweet. It's almost like a candy that I want to eat, or like a perfume I can put on.